Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep, and I mean deep, into the life of the one and only Michael Jackson. We're talking about the king of pop, the legend himself. But here's the thing, we're not just talking about Thriller and Billie Jean. We're going behind the scenes, uncovering some seriously fascinating facts about MJ that they don't teach you in school. Buckle up because this is going to be wild. Let's do it. Alright, so we all know Michael's voice, right? That soft, high-pitched tone that's like instantly recognizable. It's iconic. But have you ever wondered if that was his real voice? I mean, it's so unique and distinct, it almost feels like a part of his persona, right? Well, get this. Rumor has it that wasn't his real voice. I know, right? Shocking. Apparently, people close to him, like his friends and family, have said that he actually had a much deeper voice when he wasn't in the public eye. Crazy, isn't it? Imagine the king of pop, known for his high-pitched, almost ethereal voice, actually speaking in a deep baritone when he's just hanging out. It's almost like he had this secret identity, a different side of him that the public never got to see. I mean, imagine hanging out with MJ and he's just chilling with this deep baritone voice. Mind-blowing, right? But hey, I get it, gotta maintain that image, right? It's all part of the mystique of Michael Jackson. He was a master of creating an aura around him, a sense of mystery that kept people intrigued. And maybe, just maybe, that high-pitched voice was a part of that. A way to keep people guessing, to keep them fascinated. After all, he was not just a musician, but a performer, an artist who knew how to captivate his audience. So, whether it was his real voice or not, it doesn't really matter. What matters is the legacy he left behind, the music, the performances, and yes, the mystique of Michael Jackson. Okay, this is something that was always surrounded by rumors and speculation, and it's time we address it head on. But let's set the record straight once and for all. Michael Jackson had vitiligo, which is a skin condition that causes loss of pigment in the skin. This condition leads to patches of skin losing their color, and it can affect people of all races and ethnicities. It's real, it's serious, and it's something he confirmed himself in interviews. In his 1993 interview with Oprah Winfrey, Michael openly discussed his struggle with vitiligo, shedding light on the challenges he faced. He wasn't trying to change his race or anything like that. He was dealing with a real medical condition. The media often misunderstood or misrepresented his condition, leading to widespread misinformation. And you know what? It takes courage to be open about that kind of stuff, especially when you're in the spotlight like he was. Michael's transparency about his condition helped raise awareness about vitiligo and the struggles faced by those who have it. Despite the scrutiny and the rumors, he continued to perform and inspire millions around the world. His bravery in sharing his truth is a testament to his character and resilience. You know that iconic lean move in Smooth Criminal? That impossible angle that defied gravity? Yeah, well, MJ was so ahead of his time that he actually patented that move. No joke. He designed special shoes with slots that locked into pegs on the stage, allowing him to lean way further than physically possible. I mean, the guy was a genius, both on and off the dance floor. I wish I could pull off moves like that. Chapter 4, From Superman to Smooth Criminal. So, MJ was a huge cartoon fan. I'm talking Superman, Mickey Mouse, the whole deal. And get this, Smooth Criminal was actually inspired by a Superman cartoon. Apparently, he saw a scene with criminals running from the law, and boom, inspiration struck. It's amazing how creative minds work, finding inspiration in the most unexpected places. I bet he watched cartoons all the time. Chapter 5, Bubbles the Chimp, the OG hype man. You can't talk about MJ without talking about Bubbles the Chimp. This wasn't just a pet. This was like his best buddy. Bubbles lived with him at Neverland, went on tour with him, even did interviews. I mean, how cool is that? They were inseparable for years. Sadly, Bubbles had to move to a sanctuary later on because, well, chimps grow up. But still, legendary duo. Chapter 6, Record-Breaking King. We all know MJ was a musical genius, but did you know he's also a Guinness World Record holder? And not just for one thing, for multiple things. He's officially the most successful entertainer of all time, which, let's be real, is no surprise. And Thriller? Still the best-selling album in the world. The dude was a legend, plain and simple. Okay, so Neverland Ranch wasn't just a house. It was like a whole amusement park and zoo rolled into one. I'm talking roller coasters, Ferris wheels, elephants, giraffes, you name it. It was like MJ's own personal Disneyland. And he built it all because he wanted to share that childlike wonder with everyone. I mean, who wouldn't want to go to Neverland? Remember that Simpsons episode with Leon Kompowski? You know, Stark Raving Dad? Well, guess who voiced him? Michael Jackson himself. He wasn't credited because of contract stuff, but it was totally him, no doubt. I mean, you can't mistake that iconic voice. It's just too bad he couldn't sing in the episode, but hey, a cameo's a cameo, right? So MJ was a huge fan of Charlie Chaplin, the silent film legend. He loved how Chaplin could communicate with audiences without even saying a word. And if you think about it, MJ kind of did the same thing with his music and his dancing. It was like a universal language everyone understood, plus that whole bowler hat and shoes thing, total Chaplin vibes. Chapter 10, The Biggest Heart. Michael Jackson wasn't just about the music and the fame, he was also incredibly generous. We're talking supporting over 39 different charities throughout his life. He donated millions to causes like healthcare and education, earning him a Guinness World Record for the pop star who supported the most charities. Now that's what I call using your platform for good. Chapter 11, The Secret Bartman. Do the Bartman. You know it, you love it, it's a classic. But did you know Michael Jackson actually co-wrote and produced that song? And he wasn't even credited for it. It just goes to show you, the guy was a musical genius. Even when he was working behind the scenes, I bet he had a blast making that song. Chapter 12. The Movie Star Dream. So Michael Jackson always wanted to be a movie star. He even auditioned for Peter Pan and Hook. Can you imagine that? Sadly, he didn't get the part, but he did become good friends with Marlon Brando, who mentored him and shared his love for acting. It's a shame we never got to see Michael Jackson's full acting potential, but hey, at least we got Captain EO, right? Chapter 13, The Bookworm King. Believe it or not, MJ was a total bookworm. He had a massive library at Neverland with over 10,000 books. We're talking history, art, philosophy, you name it. He loved to read and learn new things, which just goes to show you, there was so much more to him than met the eye. I wonder what his favorite book was. Chapter 14, MJ as Spider-Man. Okay, get this, MJ once tried to buy Marvel Comics because he wanted to play Spider-Man in a movie. I know, right? Apparently he was super serious about it. Can you imagine him swinging through New York City as Spider-Man? It would have been epic. It's too bad it never happened, but hey, a guy can dream, right? Chapter 15, Statues Fit for a King. To promote his history album, Michael Jackson did something totally extra. He had life-size statues of himself placed in cities all over the world. I'm talking London, Paris, Moscow, the whole deal. It was one of the most extravagant album promotions ever, but hey, that was MJ, always thinking big. I wonder what happened to all those statues. Chapter 16, The Polish Neverland. So, Michael Jackson had this dream of building another Neverland, but this time in Poland. He even visited the country a few times to scout locations. I guess he really loved that whole amusement park vibe. It's too bad the project never got off the ground, but it would have been amazing to see what he came up with. Chapter 17, Sleeping with the Fishes. Not really. Okay, this one's a little out there, but Michael Jackson reportedly slept in a hyperbaric oxygen chamber. You know, those things that look like spaceships? Apparently he thought it would help him stay young and healthy. I mean, hey, whatever works, right? It just goes to show you the king of pop was full of surprises. Outrow MJ, more than just music. Michael Jackson, the king of pop, was a phenomenon who transcended the boundaries of music. His influence spanned across generations and cultures, making him a global icon. And there you have it, folks. A glimpse into the extraordinary life and career of Michael Jackson. From his electrifying performances to his groundbreaking music videos, MJ captivated audiences like no other. 17 mind-blowing facts about the one and only Michael Jackson. Did you know he holds the record for the best-selling album of all time with Thriller? Or that he was a pioneer in the art of music videos, turning them into short films? I don't know about you, but I learned a ton. His life was filled with incredible achievements and fascinating stories that continue to inspire and intrigue us. MJ was more than just a musician. He was an innovator, a philanthropist, and a total enigma. He used his fame to support numerous charitable causes and brought joy to millions with his humanitarian efforts. It's crazy to think how much we still don't know about him. Despite his immense popularity, Michael Jackson remains a mysterious figure, with many aspects of his life still shrouded in secrecy. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button and let us know in the comments which facts surprised you the most. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content,